What's up, Cowboy Nation? Appreciate everybody. Thank you all for tuning in to the nation. Really appreciate each and every last one of you all. We're going to talk about this D-Law situation where he won over pretty much his camp saying that they want over 19 million. All right, the franchise tag will be 20 million and a half or 20 million point five or something like that, or 20 million point one. I could be off a little bit on the number, but the franchise cap, the franchise tag will be $20 million basically. So with that being said, that's a lot of cash. That's a lot of money. And now trust me when I say this, I want the players to get paid money. I do. I really want each and every last one of the players to get paid their money. Football, we already know the ramification of playing football. It can relate to a tons of injuries down the line that we just can't foresee. We know that. We know that without any shadow of a doubt. We know that football is a dangerous sport. We want the players to get paid their money. My only problem is just with this salary cap situation. Do I believe deep down in my heart Jerry Jones want to pay this guy? Yes. But the problem is that there's a freaking cap out there, and you cannot go over the cap. So what it's doing is like Jerry Jones is really not a billionaire. He's only forced to be within the realms of a millionaire. When you have billionaire money, I know a lot of people look at it from one side of the table and say, okay, well, Jerry Jones, he's a billionaire. He should be able to pay his players. No, he's not. The reality of it is that you got a salary cap that everybody have to answer to. Now, I know a lot of people saying, hey, pay the man. Just go ahead, reach in your pocket, make that thing happen that way. Just go ahead and pay him, and let's figure out other things down the line. But my thing is, there's always a conundrum as it relates to when you pay these guys this big money. The conundrum piece would be, who else you going to pay? You pay D-Law, you let Jalen Smith walk. You pay D-Law, or you let somebody else walk. And then on top of that, if you pay this man, he got a torn labrum. The problem is the holdup is that he's not willing to do the surgery before they pay him. He's saying, okay, you give me the 20 million a year, and then on top of that, I want at least 60 of that 20 million to be guaranteed. I want a long-term contract. I don't want a short-term. And then I will get my surgery on my shoulder. Remember, he had two back situations going on. He have a shattered shoulder, and that's why the Dallas Cowboys doctors are saying, look, we're not willing to pay this guy this money yet because his shoulder is showing shattered. What we can do is we can have that surgery, and then we can reevaluate this money thing. That's the reality of it. And Boomer Sooner said Beasley said he wants 20 million as well. Now Beasley's situation, he don't want 20 million a year, but he want at least 20 million guaranteed, stretched out over years of time. So he don't want 20 million a year. D-Law, the difference between Beasley and D-Law's situation, D-Law want 20 million a year, meaning that 2019 you pay him 20, and then 2020 you pay him 20 million. He pretty much want the actual contract that this brother from another mother, no other, don't look like Danny Glover got over here, Khalil Mack. You see, he want that type of money, and he wanted more because they upped the salary cap. It says right here, in September the 1st, 2018, Khalil Mack signed a 6-year extension with the Chicago Bears. Based on reports from the Pro Football Talk, the extension worth $141 million with $60 million guaranteed, with $90 million total guarantees all together collectively, because they roll over the other guarantees from his Raiders contract. The Raiders said, we don't want to play with that. We'll part ways. We'll wash our hands clean with that dirt. You see, so what D-Law wants is that we already know that every year the salary cap goes up. So he's already calculating the aspect of, hey, my contract, we should prorate it a little bit better than this particular because of the inflations. So we should get at least 20 million a year. Cowboys, I know you guys can make this thing happen. That's what his camp is saying. And rightfully, look, trust me when I say this, Cowboy Nation. Trust me. I want the players to get paid that bag. I want them to. But our problem is that We got this thing called salary cap. I just don't see DeMarcus Lawrence with 2 back surgeries and also a labrum surgery that's needed to be happening today for his shoulder, what have you, need to be done. And you reach into your pocket and you give that man $20 million a year. Okay. And I mean, that's what the reality is. He wants to get paid this type of money. Now, as far as production, I want to know your thoughts, Cowboy Nation. Do you guys think that D-Law is on Khalil Mack level? I want to know, is he that much of a game changer for this particular defense? Now, he did had 2 back-to-back plus 10 plus sacks a year. First time since DeMarcus Ware. Now, I'm going to ask you guys the real tough cookie. Is D-Law, is he on the level of DeMarcus Ware? We saw the production that DeMarcus Ware was being able to get. We was pleased with that. What was he having? 15, 16 sacks a year? 17, 18. I might be shortchanging him about throwing out those numbers for DeMarcus Ware. What other defensive ends making comparable? This is from Kyle White. Hey, this is the thing. And that's a good question. I think that Justin Houston was a defensive end that kind of numbers were similar, but the Chiefs was like, no, you know what? We gonna eat that money, and then they went on ahead and cut Justin Houston, right? Let me see if I can pull up this thing right here. We're gonna go and we're gonna type in comparables. Let's see. We'll go Pro Football Reference, and we're going to just pull it up while we live right here. Let's see if we can pull this thing up. Really appreciate each and every last one of you all. Thank you all for tuning in to the nation. Hey, we ain't gonna just pull stuff out of like my guy, my brother from another mother. Jason Witten said we ain't gonna pull a rabbit out of a head. You know, we ain't gonna do that. We're gonna pull up the facts of the other matters, right? Let me make this thing a little better so everybody can see. Let's see what we can pull up from here. Pro Football Reference. You guys can go there. That's who I use in my stat card, right? And we're going to type in, what's his name? It was Justin Houston. Let's see if I can find his name up here. Justin, Justin. Houston. I can't spell it today. Is his name Justin Houston? What's his name? For the Justin. He played for the, what's the guy name that played for, okay. Justin. His name is Justin, okay. Houst. There you go. Yeah, I know he played for the Chiefs, right? He's a very good comparable of what my guy D-Law is. All right, DeMarcus Lawrence, let's go. Let's go with it. 2 different years, but we're just going to get the results anyway. Outside linebacker. Of course, he played more games, 78 sacks opposed to 34 sacks. Of course, he had more production. Let's see, because he got paid that bag, right? He got paid that money. Let's just look at this man's stats. And Pro Bowl 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015. And he went to Pro Bowl 1, 2, 3, 4 years consistently, consecutive Pro Bowls here. He had one season, he had 10 sacks. Then he followed it back up with 11 sacks. Then he followed it back up with 22 sacks. And then they paid him that money, I think, in 2014. And then he fell off because of injuries, I believe. You can see right here, he only played 11 games. Or games started. And then he had 7.5 sacks. Then he turned around and had 5 games, 4 sacks. That's still good. Dang, that's still good. And of course, they play a different defense, but he's flying out to the ball. All right, so 9.5 sacks 2017, and then 9 sacks in 2018. So he rushes the edge. And don't sleep on Houston against the run. Do not sleep on Justin Houston against the run. But of course, they got D Ford, who is his replacement now, I believe, and who's going to be able to step it up in these type of parameters. That's why they said, okay, we'll let him walk then. We ain't going to deal with this. We're going to let him walk. All right, so let's look at the salary part of it, and I hope you guys are able to see this thing. And we're going to pull up his money. He signed a 6-year deal, $101 million contract, Kansas City Chiefs in 2015. Houston received a $32.5 million in full guaranteed and including $20 million and a half signing bonus. All right, so his entire 2015 salary and $11 million on his 2016. So year. So if they look at everything here, 2019. Dead money, they willing to eat the $7 million. They gonna accumulate $14 million straight up if they cut him before June 1st. I think they already cut the kid already, so now there's more money for them to play around with. But that number was just too high for him. In 2018, he had $14 million. 2015, he had $15 million. And then I'm not even talking about the prorated bonus. I'm just talking about this base salary. And then if we look over in 2020, hey. He's already gone. They're not willing to pay that much money for this guy. And what type of production he was bringing out there to the table, we just saw it. Even in 2016, 4 sacks. 2017, 9.5 sacks. 2018, another 9 sacks. For Cowboy land, we'll be happy. We'll be jumping for joy. We can get somebody who can consistently get 8 and 9 sacks a year, right? So let's look at the total sack production for this man right here. And I love DeMarcus Lawrence. Don't get it twisted, Cowboy Nation. Don't get it twisted here. Don't think that I don't want the man to get that cheese. Don't think that I don't want the man to get this bag. I want him to get that money, but we got to figure out a way. But let's look at the reality. In 2015, he had 8 sacks. In 2016, he had 1 sack, of course, because of injuries and things like that. 2017, he said, okay, I'm going to bring the thunder from down under. I'm going to let you guys know that I'm the heartbeat of this team. I'm everything for this team. 14.5 sacks. Oh, 2018, he needs surgery. He played injured. He played hurt out there. But he said, you know what? I'm going to put everything on the line. He got 10.5 sacks. Giving you a total of 34 sacks altogether. Let me know, guys. Let me know if you guys do you want to get paid? Do you guys want D-Law to get paid or not? Do you want him to get that bag? Do you really think that, okay, with 14.5 sacks, okay, that was the year he jumped out of the seam. Everybody's looking at it like, oh, wow, this D-Law. And then the next year, okay, he had a little injury of the shoulder situation going on. Let me do the shoulder lean. And he went and got 10.5 sacks. So 2019 is around here. The man want $20 million. He want $20 million. Do you guys go out there and do you give him the $20 million? Do you give that $20 million? Do you say, okay, hey, let's look up Khalil Mack. Let's look up his numbers. We love numbers, right? We want to look up the reality because that's what the Cowboys are doing right now. His agent is saying, okay, but I'm the heartbeat of this team, though. You can't just look at it that way. You can't, Cowboy Nation. You can't. You got to look at the total picture. Let me see what Mack doing. And I know there's 2 different type of positionings, 2 different type of, but you can't say Khalil Mack is trash against the run. You can't say that. You cannot say it. I can't spell word for nothing. How you spell Khalil? I'm going to just type in Mack and hope that Khalil pops up. Somebody spell Khalil for me. Good Lord. Had it up there earlier. Is it K-A? Come on, help me out. There you go. K-A-H. Let me see how you spell Khalil Mack. K-H. Okay. Charge it to my head, not my heart. Charge it to my head, not my heart. They said, Law, we're going to put you in the spelling bee. Spell B. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to spell it. And then and I said B-E. And they were like, no, that's not how you spell it, fam. You're out. And I said, well, screw y'all. I don't want to be in this old funky game anyway. Y'all can go spell, and y'all can go get all those things. Let me put up D-Law just for kicks and giggles. Yeah, let me put up D-Law right here. Okay. Get results. I love this saying. Everybody have reasonings, but results are what matter. Results are what matter. 6'3", 252 pounds. All right, we're looking at it. I know it's like comparing apples to oranges, but all right. So let's see. 2014, 4 sacks. 2015, 15 sacks. That's the second year we made the Pro Bowl. Popped the champagne bottles. 2016, 11 sacks. Oh, his production dropped. All right. 2017, 10.5 sacks. 2018, 12.5 sacks. 16 only played 13 games in 2018, giving you a total of 53 sacks. All right, any forced fumbles with this? Any INTs? Got 1 touchdown. It's money. It's money, guys. I hate it. Because at the end of the day, I guarantee you, deep down in Jerry Jones' heart, he want to look at it and say, look, let me just pay these people, man, and not worry about this salary cap thing so that everybody can know that we are the America's team. Because they both came out in 2014. This guy got 34 sacks altogether, DeMarcus Lawrence. Khalil Mack got 53 sacks altogether. Forced fumbles. This is crazy. Khalil Mack got 15 forced fumbles, right? And my guy, my brother from another mother, share the same name. Got D-Law got 9 forced fumbles. Fumble returns, they in the same wheelhouse. If you talk about INTs, picks, takeaways, turnovers, things like that, you got 1 from my guy, D-Law. We saw that last year. It was nice, too. And then we got 2 from Khalil Mack. Both are play on the edge. One can argue in the 3-4 defense. You got a little bit more free of space. You playing more so of chasing and running and chasing after the quarterback. I can understand that. In the 4-3, your responsibility is a little bit more. You got your hand in the dirt most of the time. But this is the thing. Cowboy Nation. It's still money, though. It's still big time money. When you're talking about, do you want to pay D-Law, Khalil Mack type of money, and that's what his agent, that's what his camp is saying, you got to go back to the drawing board because you got to look at the whole entire picture. That's the thing. Hey, DeMarcus Lawrence is younger. They both 6'3", they both 250 some odd pounds. Man, we got some homework to do. My thing is, where they bumping heads at is this whole situation with the surgery. I think that what D-Law needs to go ahead and do, and I know it's going to put him in a bad situation if he go out there and hold out. And he said, I don't want to get this franchise tag. They slapped me with this franchise tag, and I let everybody know that I put my career on the line. Now it's time for the Cowboys to reach in their pocket and put their career on the line with this money. But the Cowboys is the business. They don't operate that way. They don't do that. They look at it like this. Hey, if we pay you this money, let's say we give you this Khalil Mack type of money, 141 million, 60 million guaranteed. Okay. And also I think you had like a $16 or $17 million signing bonus. Of course, it could have been more than that. Then how do we know for sure your shoulder gonna work out? What the Cowboys, what the argument is do you really want us to pay you this money before we give you the surgery? Just get the surgery done. So they painted both parties and painted themselves in a corner. Isaac Hampton said, I called this, Law. Yeah, you did. You did, fam. I'm going to read some of you guys' comments that's in the chat box, man. I really appreciate each and every last one of you all. Thank you all for tuning in. Let me give a shout out to the first person who made it in. Armando, appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in to the nation. First person that's in the chat box, man, I really appreciate you. Let me know that you part of the notification squad. All right, so who else we have here? What surgery, Law? Antoine Jones. He has a jacked up shoulder right now. His shoulder's all jacked up, and in order for it to correct it, they need to have some type of surgery to reattach everything. He played with a bum shoulder all last year, and he still managed to give you double digits in sacks. D-Law Where I'm about to say D-Law where that's crazy. D-Law's camp is saying that, hey, the reason why my client failed in summer production because he played with a bum shoulder. So the Cowboys camp is saying, okay, the doctors of the Cowboys saying, okay, well, we will pay you the money, but we would like to first get this surgery done completed. Well, D-Law's camp saying, no, that's the only. You guys took my legs from under my feet. This is the only chip that we got left. Because if you guys do the surgery, then you can paint us in the corner and say, well, we had surgery and we can't guarantee you that type of money. Plus, on top of that, we're not comfortable giving you $19+ million a year. So somewhere it's in a pickle, or it's in a box with D-Law. Now, I hate to talk about another man's money, but that's the truth. I mean, that's the reality. Libram's shoulder. Yeah, well, Libram's shoulder. His shoulder is a liability, except this is from Grimes. Yes, get him a titanium like Romo. Laugh out loud. This Texas kid. Hey, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Let me see who else we have here. Antoine says, just pay him. That's the easy thing. Yeah, that's the easy thing. You can go ahead and pay him. They need to try to make this thing work out. This is the thing. All right, so he got to hold out before they pay him because he did not want to do he don't want to try to play on and practice, and he fool around and snap up everything, and then they can really say, well, we don't have to pay you now. Or this is the other situation right here. They can put up a trade ballot and be like, look, for D-Law, we want 2 first-round draft picks. That is a possibility there. You pay the team's leaders, and D-Law is that. This is from Robert Clark. I agree. I'm with team play the guy. Pay the guy, pay the guy, pay the guy. I'm with team pay the guy. My only issue is with the salary cap. And we know we can't get rid of the salary cap. So my thing is, what would be more valuable than having somebody that's on this team that's going to drain everything from your team? What would be more valuable? Let's look at a thing. It's good to be objective when you look at this thing. My thing would be, would you right now would love to have 2 first-round draft pick for D-Law and a conditional third? Or would you right now would rather sign D-Law, get that shoulder on, whatever the surgery that he needs to have to be done, get done? Would you rather have that? First and the third would be good. Rotism, I think a first and the third is undervalued one. I think that the type of production that D-Law can exhibit out there would be with 2 first rounds picks. To me, it had to be 2 first. Maybe this year first and the next year first, or this year first and the next year second and some conditionings or a possible third. I wouldn't let him walk away with just a first if we really want to put the value up there. Now, they did slap the franchise tag on him. It's up to him to put the ink on paper, and the franchise is $20 million. So at the end of the day, he's fighting whether or not he want to take $20 million, get out there and play, and something can happen out there on the field. Another shoulder can go bad, and then that's the end of his career. That's the end of his career. That's how crazy football is. If you think I'm lying, Google Ryan Shazier. I hope I said his name right. Google Ryan Shazier. Football life can be gone like this. It can. It can be gone just like this. So hey, trust me. But it's a foolery type of game when you're talking about you got somebody now saying that, okay, I won't get the surgery. And Cowboys saying, hey, we'll pay you get the surgery. Nobody's coughing up 2 first-round picks for D-Law. It's too steep. What about a first in the conditionals? First-round draft pick in a second. First and a second. But I just don't see you just get rid of a first and a third, though. That's kind of selling them off cheap. Let Clay Matthews. Let's go get him. That's what Martin saying. Let me see what we got over here, man. Because this is something that we really going to have to look at, Cowboy Nation. And we're going to have to really test this thing out, how much they offer. See, somehow, one way or another, I think that they're probably offering what he got paid last year. They probably offering $17 million. They probably offering. I don't think that they're being disrespectful and offering the man 15 or 16. They probably offered him whatever he got paid with his franchise tag last year, $17 million, and they probably put in there $32 million guaranteed, or maybe $45 million guaranteed. But if they're willing to sign him with the franchise tag, that's 20. So if I do the 20 into 17, maybe we can look at probably a 42, maybe 45 million guaranteed. That's what they probably offered him. And I don't think it was a 6-year deal. I don't think it was a 6-year like they did to Khalil Mack, 6-year, 141 million. I don't think that they did that. Jamion Kyle says Landon Collins is a Cowboys. You can book it. Okay, we got Nostradamus up in here. Shout out to you, man. I'm with Toot Robertson said, hey, he's with 17 million. I think the 17 million is a cool number. Before last year, that's a lot of money for D-Law. He never got paid that much money. But one thing about money, once you get it, damn it, you don't want to fall back from it. You want to get more money. That's the name of the game. You pay some of these people that's in the chat box $25 an hour, then all of a sudden I come to you and say, you know what? I'm going to give you 15. You're going to look at yourself and say, you know what? You're going to give me what, $15 an hour? Shoot, I get paid 25. And you want me to do the same type of work and same type of production? You must got me messed up around here. You better give me 30 for all the work that I'm doing around here. And everybody I'm putting the team on my back. You better give me $30 an hour. So it's crazy. It's something about money. It's always crazy in a sense. All right, so I got about 3 more minutes, man. Let me know, guys, how you Texas Kid says greedy. It's one thing we all adore. Something worth dying for. We stuck in this game searching for fortune and fame. That's what Tupac said. Fame. That's what he said, right? That's what we looking for. Fortune and fame. We stuck in this game. That's what we doing. That's what we out here for, right? Yes, indeed. That's just how it goes, man. Kenneth says, yes, 17 million 5-year deal. Okay. How much out of that 5 year you think that's going to be guaranteed? So if we did 17 times 5, we'd do, so there'll be 85 million. His agent's going to be like, nah, dog. Nah, you're not understanding. 17 million, 5-year deal, that's 85 million. You got to come up a little bit more. We want Khalil Mack type of money, which was 141 million, 60 million guaranteed. If you guys can't knock on that type of door, we ain't answering. Come back with me with some more numbers. That's what they're saying. See, that's the problem. That's where we at. That is where we at, Cowboy Nation. Let me look at this man contract one more time just to make sure if I'm right on this thing. It was 141 million guaranteed and stuff like that. See, I know how to spell Khalil Mack now. I know how to spell his name now. Let me pull it around again. Let's pull it up again. We know how to spell his name now, right? Kalia. Or is it Khalil? It's not Leah. It's Khalil. Y'all can tell I'm from Mississippi. All right, so let's see if I can pull this thing up again. Let's see. And we're off. Let me zoom it in a little bit. For those who can't see like me. And we're gonna look at it. We're gonna look at this contract one more time before we roll out of here. We're gonna look at it one more time. All right, so we're gonna look at this thing. Worth for 141 million. All right, so 2019, 11. So they can't even cut this, man. It's 46 million in dead money. Boy, they gotta ride this thing out. Yeah, so here it is. The extension worth 141 million, with 60 million guaranteed at the signing, with 90 million of guaranteed money total. Man, that's crazy. That is just crazy. How about this? I know some people right now, we would love to fight for this workout bonus right here. 200,000. Boy, we'll change some people's lives that's in the chat box, right? If I can reach out to you and say, hey, Dallas Cowboy Junkie, if you work out this summer, we'll give you $200,000. Remember, summer is only like a third of the year almost. Not even 4 years. It's like a piece of the year. Not even 12 months out of the summertime. It was only like 3 months or so, what have you. If you work out for 3 months, I give you $200,000. So if we look at it, Antoine Jones, appreciate you, man. Get the numbers. 6 year, 100 million, 30 million guaranteed at signing D-Law. So that will go through, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that goes all the way through 2024 through 2025, right? They're not going to sign that man for no 6 years. 100 million, 30 million guaranteed. They're going to be through 2019 all the way to 2025. That's a long time, fam. That's a long time. Yeah, but it's crazy in a sense, man. I hate to talk about people money, but guys, check out overthecap.com. That's where you can check out all of the wonderful information. Check out Pro Football Reference as well. They're one of the people that got one of the best stats out there as it relates to Cowboys and Cowboys in general or anything dealing with football. They got all that information for you, man. They got it there. And you can pull up references. You can do comparables. You can go all the way back to like the 80s and the 90s type of deal. Yes, Cowboy Nation. Really appreciate each and every last one of you all. Really do, man. Thank you all for allowing me to talk about this stuff. As we begin to proceed into the off season and especially during this draft time, it's always a pleasure reading into this information, looking into this information, and seeing how we can develop this team a little bit better. It's crazy. Somebody got to do it, Cowboy Nation. Fair market value. You buy cars off of fair market value. You buy your homes off of fair market value. All right, so if you look at all these things off the fair market value, and they got age and everything, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man, for telling me all about this site right here. Really do. Sportstrack.com. I'm going to add them into my arsenal of information for the nation. Really do, man. Thank you all for your time. I really appreciate each and every last one of you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Salute. And remember, you're listening to absolutely nothing but the best. Peace.